Comedy bronze is... Oh, God! Help.
Alright, welcome to Comedy Bronze. Please excuse the nasalness. I've had a cold all week. So I'm Sean, and with me today, as always, is Chris.
I'm here as well.
Good on you for showing up to your own house.
Thank you. I developed a new skill of blandly stating facts.
Yep.
In order to
like
avoid...
Bird Hapley from Parks and Rec.
Don't understand that reference.
You really need to watch Parks and Rec.
You keep telling me that.
And
I don't have a follow-up.
Because I've been sick all week.
And you're right.
Yeah, because I've been sick all week, I rewatched basically the first 4 seasons of it, and it's so goddamn funny.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, even though I know the jokes are coming, I still laugh at them.
I've seen about 2 or 3 episodes, and I do really like the show.
The first season's very, very short. It's only six episodes.
Oh, okay. I should probably finish that then.
Yeah.
I do like Parks and
It's
Rec.
not until they get... And then the second season's only like 13, and then after that it starts its regular sort of 22 episodes a season.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's well worth it.
All right. So this week around for our comedy bronzing, we've sort of planned things out a little more thoroughly than usual.
Which is funny, because we never do anything.
We never do anything, planned or correctly or anything. Sean has a topic of conversation for segment 1. We now have segments.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We're moving on through. And we're going to end in segment 3 with a review of a little independent film called Avengers 2, The Avengening.
Yep.
And also in a middle segment that you may or may not hear, depending on how it goes.
Yeah, it may be really shit.
A mystery guest will appear.
Really?
Yeah. The mystery guest is called Trivia.
Oh, right, okay.
And he lives in your basement.
I don't have a basement. We live in Australia. We don't really have basements in Australia.
Some people do.
I said we don't really have basements in Australia.
You're right. They're all imaginary.
A lot of crawl spaces.
Okay, moving right along.
Yep.
Oh, just to get something out of the way, I do need to apologise to you, Sean.
Yay!
Yeah, that's right. For our last episode, which is actually recorded almost 5 months ago at this point, I said that most of the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park were CGI, and I was wrong. They're almost all puppets.
Well, at least in the first Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, of course. That was the one we were talking about. That's the only one that counts. They were almost all puppets. You were right. I was wrong.
He's throwing up in his mouth, guys.
Oh, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it's a weird world when I'm right about something and Chris isn't.
Yeah. So anyway, we now have that recorded. Me admitting I was wrong.
Yeah.
Which is it's rare and beautiful.
For posterity's sake.
Like a blue-footed Albert turkey.
Okay.
What have you got for us in segment 1, Sean?
Well, I thought I'd talk about something that we played when it first came out. Almost 3 years ago. 4 years ago, actually.
Time blazes ahead.
Yeah.
4 years, really?
Almost 4 years.
Wow.
Well, 3.5. Diablo 3. I played some of it yesterday and today.
Mm-hmm.
And, Chris has never really liked the Diablo series.
That's not actually true. I liked Diablo 1.
Okay.
I never finished it. I played the demo of it, which came with StarCraft.
Oh, okay.
Right? And I got the demo for Diablo 1, and I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Because Diablo 1 is basically a horror game.
Yes.
It's not really a dungeon crawler or a hack and slashy adventure-y one like the after ones are.
Yeah.
It's like you go down in the dungeon, everything's dark, there are mean things, and then this horrible voice goes, "Fresh meat!"
Yep. And then you die.
And then the butcher appears and you die, and
Yeah.
you just freak me the fuck out, because I was kind of too young to be playing Diablo.
You would have been like 11.
Yeah, I was a wee tacker. I really don't care for Diablo 2, which is the one that everyone else seems to love.
Yeah, well, I think everyone loves it because, I don't know about you, but basically there was a whole bunch of us that just played it in high school together.
Yeah, well, in high school I had no friends and I didn't have a good computer.
It wasn't until the end of high school that we started all playing it. Like, we all had copies of it throughout high school, but in like year 10, 11 and 12...
Because Diablo 2 is 2000 or 2001, right?
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, at that point I didn't have a working internet connection or a computer that could play Diablo 2.
Oh, no, we didn't... Well, that was the good thing about Diablo 2. You didn't need an internet connection. You would just go to someone's house and LAN it.
Again, with the no friends and no computer thing.
So
I didn't even have a computer of my own until about 2004, I think.
well,
No, 2003.
Well, either did I, but I would just go to someone else's house and they'd have multiple computers because everyone had that one guy they knew that was rich, or their family was rich, and they had 2 computers.
You had a much more interesting high school experience than me.
A little bit. So, a friend of mine, Glenn, he had 2 computers at his house, so we would play that way. Or I'd go to Ben Safali's house, and we'd play it that way. And it was a lot of fun. That was how we did it. And then, every now and again I'd play it by myself at home and do what I think every single person did, which was hack the game so you could have ridiculously high-end weapons.
Yeah, compared to the intended path of progression, which is just play the game 4,000 times and eventually you'll get it.
Yeah.
Or probably not.
So...
Anyway, fast forward 12 years or whatever.
Yeah, so I was really excited for Diablo 3, and there was a bunch of us who were going to play it, and we all played it together.
It's true. We actually completed our first run of the campaign. It was you, me, Wade, and Scott. Did we all go together?
Yeah, all 4 of us, yeah.
Yeah, we were all there to the end.
Yep.
Yeah, and we played it all the way through.
Yep.
And what did you think of Diablo 3 on that first playthrough, Sean?
I was very disappointed. I'm not going to say it's a bad game.
I will. It's a bad... Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. It's a bad game.
Okay.
There we go. I've said it.
I didn't think it was a bad game at the time. I just think it was a bad sequel.
No, okay. Elaborate. What specifically do you think they failed to carry forward from the first one?
I think that...
Sorry, the second one.
I think that the dumbing down of almost every facet of your interaction with the game...
I don't think that's that accurate an assessment.
It felt like it was dumbed down. Like there was no... Like everything was just given to you. You didn't have like the different builds that you could have.
At this point, I'm wondering if we're even describing the same game. Diablo 2 has an incredibly restrictive character build system. Diablo 3, by comparison... Oh, I think I see what you're getting at now.
What do you think?
Okay, so you're saying Diablo 2 basically forces you to choose immediately what you want to build, and you're locked into that forever.
Yeah.
Whereas Diablo 3 lets you be more versatile. Yeah. And you think that's a dumbing down or a wussification of the...
I think, of the
format?
Basically, if you picked the wrong thing, you were punished for it.
Yeah, but there was no way to know what was the wrong thing until you'd already picked it.
That's true.
Diablo 2 was just like needlessly obtuse.
I like needlessly obtuse.
Yeah, well...
That's why I like Monkey Island.
I don't like Diablo 2. That's one of the main reasons I don't like it.
Yeah. The story was a...
Oh, I will take it the fuck to task for the story. The story is asinine.
Yeah, doesn't... And then, like, killing Deckard Cain in a cutscene.
No.
An in-engine cutscene.
An in-engine cutscene.
But then having his burial in an actual cutscene, like a pre-rendered...
To actually...
like because I just did that bit this morning.
Yeah.
The burial is in it, but the action scene isn't. That whole section could have been pre-rendered.
That whole section just probably shouldn't have been in the game.
Yeah, I don't know why.
If anyone is still sticking around this long into the Diablo series, do you know what the thing they remember most fondly is?
Deckard Cain.
Stay a while and listen.
Yeah.
No one ever listens. When I pee, there is only hummus. It's usually dust. I did it. All right, don't explain the joke, Chris. Yeah, so let's just callously kill off our most beloved character.
Yeah.
In an in-engine cutscene to a pissant minor villain who will not matter at all to the story. The other thing that really bothered me in the plot is... there's so much of it and it's all so bad. But no, not really that. The way, what's her face? Leia turns into Diablo at the end.
And has tits.
I didn't really necessarily mind booby Diablo.
Well,
it was at least different, so I'll give it that.
No, I'm fine with different as well. It's the fact that they so obviously sexualized Diablo. I think that was my problem with that. Like, have a female Diablo, awesome. That's cool. That's really good. Why sexualize?
So it's not really... Like, Diablo isn't really male or female.
No.
Diablo's just a monster. Yeah, you're right. So why does Diablo have to have boobs? Because boobs sell games.
Exactly.
Did they put... Like, what did the box art look like? Could you see that Diablo looked more like a woman this time
you just
around?
see the face.
Yeah.
And it just looked like a really interestingly drawn version of Diablo. It looked a little bit different to the old Diablo, but you couldn't see the fact that he had boobs. She had boobs.
It had boobs.
It had boobs.
Diablo had boobs. But that wasn't really what bothered me. We were talking about this with Zeb.
Yeah?
The other day, when we were talking about lawful good characters in video games.
Yeah.
And I was complaining about how they make no attempt in Diablo 3 to save Lyra. And also was like, oh, well, she's turned into Diablo now, let's just kill her. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, it's long been established in the Diablo lore that the infection of Diablo-ness is incurable and irreversible, and you drive you instantly thing. But that
only one person's been able to fight it, and they were only able to fight it for a certain period of time, and that was the player from the first game.
Yeah, the Wanderer.
Yeah.
But none of that is explored in the game.
No.
It's just... And so from the perspective of me playing the game, watching my character's actions, it's like, oh, suddenly we have to kill our friend. And there is not a single moment of regret or sadness about this.
No.
It's just like, oh, well, time to chop her up now.
No, it's not even that. It's just time for another click fest.
Yeah, time to rapidly click on Diablo.
Yeah. I was hoping that they would take... My biggest problem with it was that I loved Diablo 2, but I wanted them...
leaf blower.
Yeah, sorry about the leaf blower in the background, guys. I don't know who uses the leaf blower in this day and age. It's ridiculous.
An arsehole is the answer.
Yeah.
Only arseholes use leaf blowers.
Yeah. It's incredibly wasteful. And stupid. But anyway, I think my main problem with it was I had a lot of fun in Diablo 2, but that was a game from a different era. I wanted them to take that idea of needlessly clicking on everything and update it and change it and bring it into a new era, not just remake the same game with a worse storyline.
Yeah. Well, also, I would have liked them to... We haven't even spoken about the massive technical problems.
Oh, well, yeah. If you lived
3
outside of America, you were basically fucked.
That was pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was because we bought it on launch day.
Yep, there was the launch day.
Launch day, you can't play it. Error 37, I think.
Or whatever it was down for 12 hours.
Yeah, just completely unable to play. And even after that, if your internet connection was not 100% perfect, you would experience massive lag and massive input delay, even in the single player, because, lest we forget, Diablo 3 was architected as this stupid bloody remote session.
It still has
server-based.
Well, it's better now.
Oh, yeah. But then there's the console versions.
Which is offline.
Which don't work like that, which means it was never, ever necessary to the game, and it was just irritating DRM that negatively impacted the end-user experience.
The only reason they did it was because of all the hacking that was in Diablo 2. And they assumed that everyone would do the exact same thing.
Yeah, but the only reason that mattered, the only reason they had to prevent hacking was because... Real Money Auction House.
Which they've now shut down.
This is actually really interesting because...
So you'd think now they would say, we could definitely have an offline and it could work properly, but we've just decided to not do that.
We're just going to keep it this way.
Even though we could easily patch that in.
Also, there was fuckloads of item duping and shit anyway.
Yeah.
In Diablo 3.
Yeah. Because
it turns out that just because you've closed one door doesn't mean there aren't 1,200 more to go through.
They haven't... we're going to talk about this as well. It's something that it seems Blizzard has suffered from for a number of years. Basically, since about...
Being crap.
2008, 2009.
Yeah.
When they merged with Activision.
Yeah, when they merged with Activision. Basically, I actually wrote an article. When Diablo 3 came out, I wrote an article for the TAFE newspaper.
Okay.
Which I've since put up on my website.
Are you going to give us...
Yeah, which I guess I'll plug. So if you want to hear Chris's ramblings, it's Nooniverse.wordpress.com. That's right. I don't have my own domain. I am a WordPress site.
Yeah, you could have one later on where you make all that podcast money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I talked about... Because you can pretty much draw a line, like under Blizzard's history, which is merge with Activision, things start to suck. WoW immediately goes to shit.
Yep.
They released Diablo 3 with, the Real Money Auction House, which was only ever designed to make them shit tons of aftermarket money that they don't really deserve.
StarCraft gets broken up into 3 parts.
That is
a game that has been coming out for 5 years and still isn't finished.
Can we complain about StarCraft 2's story? I'll complain about...
Goodbye, Rainier!
Yeah. I'm sort of... my final critique of Diablo 3, basically everything sucks. The downside of the versatility thing, of you being able to switch your character build up so much, is that even with all of those options, there is still an optimal character build for each class. And
they've changed that up a little bit by introducing paragons.
Oh, don't even fucking...
So there's a little bit more to it, but there's not just one optimum. There's a number, but the number is still limited.
Yeah, very
still
limited.
like 3 or 4.
Still, most of the skills are crap.
Yeah.
And some of the classes are crap. My second playthrough,
Monk's the best class.
Monk is the best class.
But I will say that about any RPG that has a monk in it.
Which was what I did for my first playthrough, was entertaining because you can throw spiders at things.
Yep.
And that was kind of great.
Yep.
Barbarian is so bad, so completely worthless, because you need to be in melee to do damage, and in later areas of the game is just full of things that explode when they die or deal enormous damage in an area around them at all times, and being in melee is a huge liability. And even then, your damage output is lower than other better classes. So, fuck Diablo 3.
Fuck leaf blowers.
Fuck leaf blowers. Alright, goodbye, Raider!
Yeah, just StarCraft 2 was a big letdown story-wise as well. Like, the story of...
Wings of Liberty is kind of okay. I think Wings of Liberty basically works.
But that first one, I'm really hoping that they realised all the problems that they've made in the first two.
No, they haven't.
And they fix up with whatever the Protoss
They think it's great. Legacy of the Void is the third one.
When is that out? Is that this year?
That's this year.
Okay.
They think it's amazing. When they sat down and they thought, what would really improve StarCraft if we turned it into Warcraft by having all these ancient temples and artifacts and thirsting cosmic gods and stuff.
They always had the first and last thing, the temples and the thirsting ancient gods.
No, they didn't.
Well, they had the ancient temples in in StarCraft 1. When you go to that whatever world it is with where the Dark Templar are.
Yeah, Shkurus.
Yeah, where they've been hanging out for thousands of years because they buggered off.
Yeah, but they built those temples.
Yeah, they're still ancient temples, though.
I guess, but they're not unexplained. No. I mean, the lore of StarCraft 1 was basically there were the Xel'Naga.
Yep.
And they made the Protoss, and the Protoss didn't turn out how they liked.
Yeah.
Then they made or uplifted the Zerg, and then the Zerg ate them.
Yep.
And that was the end of the Xel'Naga. And now there is a war between the Protoss and the Zerg and the Terrans, who all have varying interests. And
I'm pretty sure it was just the Zerg versus everyone else.
It eventually became the Zerg versus everyone. Can I just point out that none of Kerrigan's actions in Heart of the Swarm make any sense whatsoever?
No, they don't. I agree with you. Also, once again, a sexualized character.
I don't know why she has high heels built into her carapace.
I feel like there is just one artist who's just there, just like carapace tits.
Yeah,
that's what we need. Chitinous breasts.
Draw us a scary bug lady. All right, step 1, boobs.
Yep.
Step 2, get them stilettos in.
Like, man, we loved his work so much. Let's get him into Diablo 3. All right, we need female Diablo. Right, step 1, boobs.
Tripod do a song, the name of which I can't remember, but the recurring lyric is it's sung from the perspective of female characters in various video games.
Right.
And I think the recurring lyric is, my neck is a portal between the real world and no sense at all. So they talk about the undead characters in World of Warcraft who have these horrible decayed faces and then perfect perk bosoms down below their neck. Video game art is weird.
And it's just as sexualized as comic book art.
Comic book art is fun. Yeah. No, I want to talk about how dumb Kerrigan is. Not just because she has chitin tits.
And goodbye, Rainer.
And goodbye, Rainer. She just flies out the window on her wings that wouldn't work.
Yep.
And says goodbye, Rainer.
Magic wings.
I'm having this terrible sense of deja vu. I feel like I brought this up in one of the episodes that we haven't released yet.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, okay. So
it's just that we spent a long time talking about StarCraft.
That's true. I've bitched about this many times. I'll be brief. So Kerrigan's stated goal... Sean has just reclined. He's going to let me have this.
Yeah, this will be a couple of minutes, guys.
Kerrigan's stated aim in StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm is to kill Arcturus Mensk.
Yep.
That is the only thing she wants to do.
By the way, coolest name for a character ever.
He has a great name. Oh, he's no Alexei Stukov.
No, but Arcturus Mensk.
Mensk. That's a really hard name to pronounce.
Yeah, it'd be really hard to spell if English was your second language.
You don't have a pop screen, so I'm betting this sounds really awful. It's just like Minsk. Slapping against the microphone.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of money, so we're using Chris's mic in Chris's house, and Chris has a pop screen. Okay, let me rephrase. I don't have a lot of money, which is why I'm at Chris's house using Chris's mic, and Chris has his own pop screen and I don't. I will be getting my own mic eventually, but a bit short on funds at the moment.
Pop screens are cheapest. Just get a pop screen.
We can just hold it in front of myself.
No, you can screw it to the other side.
Oh, I can screw it onto your mic?
Anyway, so all she wants to do is kill Arcturus.
Yep.
So...
Which makes sense.
Which makes sense because he's a dick.
And he was a dick to her,
and
specifically.
He left her to die in StarCraft 1, which led to her being captured by the Zerg.
Which is the opening of StarCraft 2.
Which led to her being turned into the Queen of Blades, which led to her being in charge of the Zerg Swarm, which led to all the misery, pain, and unpleasantness in her life. It's basically all his fault.
Yep.
Also, because she's a ghost, which means she is a psychic assassin who was abducted and put through grueling training and cybernetic enhancements and all the rest of it.
Yep.
And he was a Confederate officer before he was a rebel.
Yep.
So he was probably responsible for that as well.
Yep.
Did all that. Yes, I'm aware of the time. I know we're getting near the end.
Yeah.
So all she wants to do is kill Arcturus. So she has limited psychic control of Zerg still.
Yep.
Despite having been restored to a human-ish form, except she still has chitinous dreadlocks, which look really cool.
They do look really cool.
She can turn invisible, she can kill people with her mind, and she can shoot lightning at people.
Yep.
And she is a master of stealth and assassination.
Yes.
So, with that skill set,
Essentially Talia al Ghul in space.
pretty much,
Yeah.
she's Space Al Ghul,
Yeah.
Spalia.
Yeah.
So if you had all those skills, how would you go about killing Arcturus Minsk?
I'd sneak into his bedroom in the middle of the night and stab him in the back of the head.
That seems like a pretty...
Well, actually, no. I'd kidnap him, torture him, then stab him in the back of the head.
That seems like a pretty logical, straightforward way of going about it.
Or trap him in his own mind, make him a vegetable.
Pull an endless waking on him.
Yep.
From Sandman.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's a good answer, Sean. That's what I'd do too. And what did Ms. Kerrigan do?
She made me play 6 hours of gameplay.
Yep. More significantly, she immediately went and re-Zergified herself.
Yep.
Which her Zerg form does not appear to confer significant benefits over her human form, other than she looks dumb and is green.
Yeah, I think it's more that she's more recognisable to the Zerg. I think that's supposed to be it. That might be the reason behind it.
And then she invaded...
I've just realised that the people who wrote StarCraft are racists.
Well, that's the other thing. It makes no sense for the Zerg to look homogenous because their origin is that they're all... The Zerg are basically the Yerks from Animorphs.
Yeah.
And so all the various forms are like enslaved, and it makes no sense for them to share an aesthetic because they're from
it
different
makes
worlds.
sense from a game.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Point of view.
So she re-Zergifies herself, despite that conferring limited or no benefits.
Yep.
Then she raises an enormous invasion fleet and invades Korhal and gets millions of Zergs killed, which for some reason she cares about, even though non-command Zerg are by definition mindless and expendable.
Yep.
And eventually finally kills Arcturus. Arcturus, God, I can't say it.
It's hard to say.
After killing everyone and ruining everything, and she should never have succeeded.
Yeah.
And it made no sense, and it made me really
She
angry.
only succeeded because Reyna was helping her.
The biggest problem, though, is, of course, that her sneaking in alone and killing him is not something that you can do in an RTS, because StarCraft is about building armies and fighting things.
I think no.
So they wrote themselves into a situation.
How to make it work. And
Yeah.
they did stuff like that in the first StarCraft.
Yeah,
Which is
you mean
have a big invading force, but also have a smaller force attempting to do that, getting Kerrigan in, smuggling her in.
You mean all the best missions in StarCraft 1, which were the you have 6 guys go through this installation.
Exactly.
Those were the best.
Yeah,
and there are, to be fair, there are a few of those in Heart of the Swarm.
But that's what it should have been. That's what the end of the
should
game
have just
should
been
have
that.
Well,
but then
it should have been them building up an army so that they can attack and distract from them smuggling in Kerrigan, who can either kidnap Minsk or torture him and kill him in his own chambers.
Yeah. I mean,
that would have been more interesting, but they didn't do that. They decided on something else, which was a huge bummer. But glimmer of hope with Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch.
So it looks like
Overwatch is significant because it's the first new Blizzard IP in like 20 years.
Yeah.
Nearly.
Since Vikings.
Nearly. Lost Vikings.
Yeah. So Overwatch, I think the closed beta is happening in October. So if you get an invite, good for you. Give it to me. That would be awesome. I would love to play that game.
You're begging for beta keys on our podcast that has one listener?
And that I think the one listener is my girlfriend.
No, Daniel listens to it.
Oh, okay. So
shout outs to Daniel, who listens to our...
And Kate, yeah. And Danny Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anyone else who I guess you might have just...
Danny K. Yeah. Well, actually, I was looking at our... Oh, no, I'll talk about that later.
No, go on.
I was looking at our download numbers.
Yeah.
First episode was downloaded 12 times, according to Libsyn. Second episode, 5.
I'm pretty sure I was 2 of those.
Immediately 50% of our audience left.
Yeah, we offended that many people. That sounds about right. That sounds like our life. But yeah, Overwatch looks like it's good. Lots of different characters. Something a little bit different for Blizzard and FPS.
I'm really interested to see whether they can apply the League of Legends model of hero purchases to an FPS without completely ruining it.
Well, you also got to be a bit afraid of... them taking the TF2 model.
Oh, the hat syndrome.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that as well.
TF2 is comprehensively ruined at this point.
Well, it's basically all just hats with guns now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a bit crap. But like finding some happy medium between the two of them, TF2 and LOL, would be good.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
I'm assuming that maybe they've known about it for so long and they've waited for so long that they know that's what they need to do.
It really would be nice to see them finally haul themselves out of the gutter.
Yeah.
Because apart from Hearthstone, which is fun and diverting, but...
It's not really a game.
Oh, no, it's a game, but...
It's not really a Blizzard game.
I think it's too random to be truly interesting.
Yeah.
That's really the only different thing they've tried in a really long time. So it would be nice to see
What's
whether...
just them trying the hand of digital magic?
At this point, I said some years ago, I think at this point Blizzard is incapable of making something good.
So we might see you proven wrong.
So it would be really awesome to be proven wrong.
Yeah,
and
so
for Overwatch to not suck.
Yeah, closed beta at the end of the year, and then I assume release early next year.
Whatever happened to Battlecry?
Oh yeah, so Bethesda's very similar game.
Bethesda's alleged game, Battlecry, which is meant to enter open beta closed beta in February.
For exclusively Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, semi-exclusively Australian PAX attendees.
Yeah.
Has vanished without a trace.
Yeah. No idea where that's happening. Actually, let's Wikipedia that right now.
Okay, well, we'll do that during the break. We'll report back.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
All right, so that's going to be the end of segment 1.
All right, well,
so,
we'll see.
Sean, why don't you take us out with a song?
All right, well, we'll see you again in a little bit, guys. And I'm not singing because I've just gotten over a cold. We'll see you again in a minute for our mystery guest, Trivia.
Elegant waterside dining, stunning neoclassical ambience, the $7.99 infinite prawn gauntlet. Trout fuckers. My name is Dixon Pembroke III, owner and operator of Churnside Park's oldest and most successful waterside restaurant. Trout fuckers. My father, God rest his soul, founded this restaurant 20 years ago and willed it to me upon his death on the sole condition that I never change its name. Trout fuckers. A wish as reasonable as the prices on our all-you-can-eat chum trough. Trout fuckers. 2014 was a good year for us. We received our second Bob Jane T-Mart culinary star, and our sturgeon rib parfait was described by celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay as... How did you get this number? Trout fuckers. Trout fuckers, the only restaurant conducting research on how to kill a ghost.
Then we're back.
Yep, that sure was a great commercial and or sketch that we haven't recorded yet.
Yep, that may have been from Chris or myself.
Yep, peeling back the curtain.
Yep.
Yeah, now did you hear the secret word that was included in this week's sketch?
Yeah.
That secret word was... I'm going to edit it in.
But leave this bit in.
Of course. Okay, so in section 2, our special guest... Oops, just hit the table. Try to
don't
avoid
do
that. Oh, that looks bad.
Oh, good
Oh, no.
Oh, good work.
Oh, good. Quick, let's pad this out. Our secret guest was trivia.
Yeah.
So what I've got here is I have a selection of questions from 2 trivia games, Global Pursuit and the Game of Knowledge, both of which are children's trivia games released in the mid-1990s that I have owned for many, many years. And I want to see whether Sean can successfully answer trivia questions from old, outdated, shitty trivias.
Because Chris is a cruel, cruel person.
I am a cruel person. So are you ready to go, Sean?
I was born ready, Timmy.
Okay, how are you feeling about all this?
Fine.
Confident?
No, any geography questions I'm going to fail.
Okay.
I suck at geography.
Okay, so do you want some thinking music?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Your first question, which is the only one from Global Pursuit, because Global Pursuit only has geography questions.
Yeah.
But this is one I thought was funny.
Okay.
Name the city with the largest population in the world.
In the world?
In the world.
When was Global Pursuit released?
Like 93, I think.
Beijing?
I'm afraid the answer is Mexico City.
Oh, okay.
Mexico City. I don't know if that's right anymore, but I sort of suspect it's not.
I don't think that was ever right.
Also, amusingly enough, these cards have 3 questions on them.
Yeah.
And on the other side, they have the answers. And the answers to this one are in order. Mexico City, Mexico, Mexico City. All right, moving over to the world of sports and also to the world of the game of knowledge.
I also suck at sports.
That's all right.
Sports-related questions.
What is a ball?
What?
That's not the question. What letter of the alphabet starts the names of the largest number of sports?
F?
No, that is wrong. The answer is B.
Oh, okay.
Off the top of my head, I could name
Basketball?
baseball, basketball,
Babbage?
bowling, badminton.
Wait, Babbage is a game?
No, it's not. Backgammon, arguably a sport.
Baby back ribs?
Bulls,
Yep.
bowls.
Bowling?
Bowling, I already said bowling.
Oh, sorry.
F, on the other hand, you can get football and fencing, arguably a sport.
It is. What do you mean? Arguably, it is a sport.
Most sports are arguably sports. Like, javelin throwing. What is that?
Who can throw a stick the furthest?
Yeah. All right. So currently, Sean, you're at 0 for 2.
Yep.
Which is not an excellent start, but
No.
we'll forge ahead.
Yep.
In basketball, when a player moves without dribbling the ball, the infraction is called what?
A double dribble.
I was about to read you out the 3 options you had to choose from. Would you like to go with that answer, or do you want to wait and hear the options?
Travelling, then.
Okay, yes. Well done. You are correct. The answer is travelling.
Sorry, I had a brain fart moment.
Yeah, a double dribble is when you
dribble the ball twice.
That's when you dribble the ball, then you stop, you hold it, and then you dribble again.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that. I've never played a game of basketball in my life.
Yeah.
All right, so this one I picked only because the answer is funny, and I doubt you'll ever be able to get it.
Okay.
What klutzy name is used to describe a Dick Fosbury's technique of high jumping?
Run that name by me again?
Dick Fosbury. This is probably some massively famous athlete that we've never heard of.
I'm going to have to look up.
And he's dead now, and his family are listening, and they're like, "Oh, how dare they? How dare they?"
So, a funny way of...
Yeah, what is the klutzy name? It's a klutzy name. I don't know. That's a strange...
The belly flop?
No.
No, the ass pincher.
The ass pincher.
The Scissor Sisters.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there and say wrong. Wrong, and also the answer was incorrect.
Oh, really?
The actual name used for his high jumping technique is the Fosbury flop. You were so close.
I feel like that's not the name of his high jumping technique, and then the name of something else entirely.
Well, I mean, ooh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Well, the people who made this
highbrow humor
game are probably dead, so we can't really hold them to account.
I don't think it was released only 20 years ago.
Oh no, they didn't die of old age. They died of making this game.
they printed the last card and then died.
That's pretty much it. Okay, so currently of 4 questions, you have 1 correct answer and 3 wrong ones.
Yay!
I didn't really determine what a passing grade for this nonsense quiz would be.
I assume it would be 5.
Okay. Alright, here's an easy one. We're now into the world of media.
Okay.
If your parents... This was a children's game.
Right.
It's ages 10 to 15. Oh yeah, they're all ages 10 to 15. If your parents let you stay up to watch Beavis and Butthead, what cable channel would you be watching?
MTV?
Hey! 2 out of 5. Well done.
Yay!
Well done. Yeah, so...
MTV in the 90s had all the good shows.
It did.
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly had Beavis and Butthead.
Daria?
That's true. Can't think of another one, can you?
Max?
The Max.
Yes.
M-A-X-X.
Aeon Flux?
Is Aeon Flux actually good? I never watched the show. I watched the movie. The movie's weird.
I watched a couple episodes. It's all right. It's very much a piece of 90s of television. Yeah, 90s television.
I see.
Yeah.
As you've probably inferred from the last couple of questions, this was an American game.
Yeah.
That for some insane reason was sold in Australia despite featuring all these questions that only relate to American pop culture.
That's because we've got nothing interesting going on here.
Well,
we certainly didn't in the 90s.
That's not true. They could have filled easily 2 questions about Burke's backyard.
Dr. Harry?
Dr. Harry. All the animals, Sean. All the animals on Harry's practice.
Yep.
All right, question number 1, 2, 3, 4. Question number 6.
Yep.
What colour is the day in the name of one of 1994's most successful rock groups?
What?
What colour? I'll do it again.
Yep.
This is so easy, I'm almost pooping. What colour is the day in
How
the...
is day spelt?
D-A-Y.
Okay.
Same way you would spell day.
Yep.
In the name of one of 1994's most successful rock groups.
Oh, it's green.
Yes! Well done! Congratulations.
It's like 1994. Oh, Green Day, yeah.
You've remembered that Green Day exists.
I remember that Green Day were good at one point. That was when... I think that was Dookie, 94.
Probably.
It's the only good album. I said it.
Oh, yes. Taking a bold stand against all those people who insist that, nah, man, American Idiot was the point where they really took off.
Yeah, a lot of people did. They will.
I like American Idiot. I've never actually listened to any of their old stuff.
Come at me, bro. I'm ripped.
Because I'm a music fascist.
Yeah.
Not the right word.
No. All right, what's the next one then?
All right. Okay, this is. Okay. Let me try again.
Yeah, spit that tongue out and get a new one.
I like both the questions.
We'll mull them over a bit and then choose one.
All right. This one's actually pretty good.
Yep.
True or false?
Okay.
In Gulliver's Travels, Gulliver is a normal-sized human being.
True.
Yeah. It says true. Then in brackets, the Lilliputians are tiny.
Because they're... Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
Game of knowledge. We know. Everyone knows that.
Ah.
Wait, is this... No, it's still ages 10 to 15.
I know people who are our age who wouldn't know that.
Bonus question, because I like the way it's phrased.
Yep.
Where did Fats Domino find his thrill?
Oh, at the top of the hill.
Which hill?
Blueberry Hill?
Yes!
Speaking of which...
I know this only counts as 1 point, though, because I just like that question. So what do you want now? 3 or something?
4.
4? Alright, so of the 3
I
questions...
got 1 in sports and then all 3 in media.
Yeah, you did. Okay. So you only need to
but
get
on a
one
sad
more...
note, now that you reminded me because of...
Tragically, Fats Domino is dead.
I was going to say B.B. King.
Oh, yeah.
He died, was it yesterday or the day before?
Well, he was in today's paper, so I'm going to assume yesterday.
Yeah.
I certainly enjoyed the music of B.B. King.
No, have you ever heard a song by B.B. King?
I enjoyed all the songs he did in the genres of presumably jazz and also reggae soul. I've made racist assumptions about the nature of his music.
Yes.
Was he a rock musician?
No. Well, yes, but no.
Did I say soul already? Was he a funk enthusiast?
More blues than anything else.
Damn it. Blues was like way down on my list.
Yeah, lots of people online have just been like, yeah, because he wrote a song called his most famous song was called "The Thrill Is Gone."
The thrill is gone.
Yeah,
because B.B. King is dead.
Yeah, exactly. Lots and lots of that on the internet.
People, I just have to say, what I love most about the internet is the outpouring of originality that comes following any celebrity death, like when Robin Williams died.
Yep.
And there were all those photos of like the genie looking sad.
Yep.
Like, thanks guys. Well done.
Yeah.
That's an original thought you had.
Yep.
And put up on the internet.
Yeah, thanks 9gag.
Thanks 8,000 identical people.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, on that downer.
All right.
What are these questions?
Okay, this is the fame category.
Fame. Maybe about living forever?
Yeah. What? Oh, hang on. Let's try again. Question number 8.
Yep.
Question number 8.
Yep.
What Danish writer shares his first name with a Dutch skater and his middle name with a religion?
Does it have a Luther in it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Walk me through your thought process in this question, Sean.
Lutherans?
Okay, now you have named a Protestant sect.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the question.
Something?
The question was, what Danish writer shares his first name with a Dutch skater and his middle name with a religion?
I was going to say Luther something?
Well, his middle name is religion, not his first name, so it would be what, Bob Luther something?
Yeah, Bob Luther something.
Okay, the actual answer was Hans Christian Andersen.
Oh, okay. Just like the other thing that went through my head as soon as you said skater was like Tony Hawk. Tonyism.
All hail Saint Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that was a wash. All right. So you still need one more. You need one more to get 50%.
Yep.
Which is what we need. So, these are hard. All right. What actress directed a movie about a little man and starred in a movie about a little girl?
Say that again.
What actress directed a movie
Right.
about a little man
Right.
and starred in a movie about a little girl?
I'm just going to name an actress.
Okay.
Julianne Moore.
Oh, first letter was right. You want to have a second guess?
J.
Jacqueline Onassis.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. Just trying to think. Now that you said that it's J, like I'm totally blanking on all actresses named J.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just like, no, it won't be that actress because she's young. It won't be that actress because they're young.
Think of old, decrepit actresses with J's in their name.
I think of one that starts with a G. Beg your pardon.
Side belch.
Yeah.
I am going to need an answer, Sean.
Jennifer Connelly.
I knew you just wanted to say that.
As soon as I said Jennifer Connelly, I wanted to say that.
It was Jodie Foster.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what either of those films would be.
Well, I'd have to look it up.
We can't be bothered. We should also look up the city with the largest population to see whether Mexico City is still right, because that's funny.
I don't think it would be now.
Yeah, probably not.
Or something like, no, it wouldn't be.
Anyway, so you're currently at 4 out of 9. You must get this last question correct, or you will forever be branded
An idiot.
An idiot.
A 90s idiot.
And I mean that in a literal sense. We have the branding iron all heated up, and it just says knob.
What brand is that?
Nike. No, it's Schlesinger. Nike wouldn't endorse us.
No.
Negotiations fell through at the last minute, so it will be the Schlesinger knob with which your face will be forever emblazoned.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so
Sean the Schlesinger knob.
Schlesinger knob.
Are Schlesinger even still a brand?
Weren't they only ever the shoes your grandmother bought by accident because they were trying to buy Puma?
My grandma never bought me shoes.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is both their logos.
Also, I find it incredibly ironic a one-legged woman buying me shoes.
All I mean is both their logos are cats, and Puma is the more well-known one.
Yeah.
What is a Schlesinger anyway?
Would be German for like knife penis.
I find that unlikely. So, question number 10. In Mary Poppins,
I might be able to answer this.
Sean's favourite film,
Well, it's up there.
Jane and Michael's father works in finance. What is the family's last name?
Oh, sorry, I just clipped the mic really bad.
I'm going to cut that entire thing out. Sean gazed at... I'm going to narrate you thinking. Sean gazes around in slack-jawed incomprehension, trying
My mouth's closed!
They can't see that. Trying to remember. There is, in fact, that famous scene where Mary Poppins comes in and says, "You are the father of Jane and Michael surname."
Blankety blank.
Yeah. What does she say? There was, in fact, a recent film about the making of Mary Poppins,
Which I didn't see.
which had a name,
Which I didn't even know existed.
which I didn't know.
Which I can't remember.
Sean's tiny weasel-like eyes swivel backwards and forwards in a ironically blind panic as he struggles to think, what could their name be? Was it Robinson? No, they weren't Swiss, nor were they marooned. Was it Spacely? No.
Space
That was George Jetson's boss's name.
Yeah.
I always liked the Jetsons.
By the way, Jetsons was set in the year 2005.
Yeah, how have all our appliances not been replaced by sprockets yet?
Yeah.
Where's my hover penis? I'm going to read the question to you again because the answer is in the question.
Right.
And I'm going to lean a little heavily on one of the words.
Don't do that.
Okay. In Mary Poppins, Jane and Michael's father works in finance. What is the family's last name?
Banker?
You know what? Giving you half a point. It was Banks. The last name was Banks. You are the father of Jane and Michael Banks, are you not? And the film is called Saving Mr. Banks. All right, Sean, you get 4.5 out of 10. I just banged the table.
And we clipped the mic incredibly.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine. All right, so in our inaugural trivia effort, you've scored a respectable 4.5. How do you feel about that?
Ashamed.
Really?
No. Now no, why would I be? These questions are for children 25 years ago. Written by adults who are completely out of touch with children from 25 years ago.
I don't know, man. They had a Beavis and Butthead reference.
Okay, Google. Which city in 1995... Oh, okay, which? Okay, Google. Which city in 1995 had the largest population?
No, that would have been Mexico City. We want to know what it is now.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, Google. Which city has the largest population?
Tokyo, Japan. According to Times UK, Tokyo, Japan, Tokyo tops the list and remains the world's largest city with 38 million dwellers. Though the UN has predicted a decline in the city's population, it will still remain the world's most populous city in 2030 with 37 million inhabitants.
Wow.
Well, thank you, Google.
That was a lot of information.
That was. Well, there you go. This piece of information has been rendered inert by the passage of time. Another thing we should check is Jodie Foster.
Oh, right, yeah.
Just look at her directing credits.
Yep. To IMDb.
And now, the most thrilling part of the podcast, where I sit and watch Sean look things up on his cellular telephone. Look at those thumbs fly.
Jodie Foster.
Yep.
All filmography.
This is the coughing and waiting part of the podcast.
She's only directed 9 things.
Okay.
So it was something in 1995. Little Man Tate, 1991.
There you go. So that'll be that. Now, what's the movie she starred in about a little girl? I'm going to suspect one of her early roles.
We'll probably go with something about the same time. It's not going to be Silence of the Lambs.
No. She would not have directed at the same time as she was starring because she wouldn't have been a little girl.
No. I'm looking up her films that she started. She didn't direct Silence of the Lambs.
I know. Oh, I see. Confusion.
Yeah. Something about a girl.
What's that?
Stealing Home, The Accused, Five Corners, Siesta, Mesmerized, The Hotel New Hampshire.
This is great radio, by the way. I mean, all the truly good names.
Hey. All radio is good radio. Especially with Chris and the Douche.
That makes you the douche.
I'm the douche.
All right, the douche, what have you got for me? 2 gallons of saline.
Wow, I hope it's not Shadows and Fog where she played a prostitute. Could it be Stealing Home?
What's her first role?
Her first role... Oh, okay. Her first role was on The Doris Day Show in 1968.
All right, let's skip ahead a little.
Where she was a... But the film's about a little girl. Oh, hang on.
You're right. I am just assuming she's in the little girl. She is the little girl. I'm assuming she's in the little girl. It was The Incredible Voyage.
No, not that one. Film about a little girl. Look, if you know the film that they're talking about in this question, write to us.
Send us a fax with the information on it.
To P.O. Box, we don't have a P.O. Box, .pobox.com.
That's not how P.O. boxes work.
Well, that's why I said it was P.O. Box. We don't have a P.O. Box.com.
All right, this segment has petered out. So I'll now take you live to something else.
Yep.
This week on the Variety Sales Hour, we've got a lovely little toy. It's called the James Spader Motivational Doll. And it's a 4-foot doll that follows you around the house and just says nice things, but in the voice of James Spader. I'm just going to pull a little drawstring on the back here and just going to hear a little motivation from James Spader. Here we go.
What does he know? He's small time. Not like you. Not like us.
And isn't that wonderful? He's just there, following you around, saying things like this.
You should have 2 houses.
And this.
You belong here.
And it's not creepy at all. And so you can pick this up from us, from our hotline, 1-800-962-384. And you can either get it through there on the phone, or you can go to our website, motivationalwebshit.com.au. Okay? Let's just return you to your usual program.
We're different, you and me.
Gosh, that certainly happened.
Yeah, that was definitely contentious.
How did you do that?
There was a number of pulleys.
Yep.
And I had some help from your mum.
Oh.
Yeah, mum jokes are not relevant.
Okay, well, thanks for ruining that.
Yep, okay. So we want to talk about...
I'm going to add that to the long list of things that you've ruined.
Yep, like your mum. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Your mum's a lovely lady. Your mum's a classy lady.
She's also here somewhere.
I think she left, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to just start again?
Yeah, that's the... No.
No, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah. So, we wanted to talk about something else.
Yes, a couple of weeks ago, we saw The Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah, which actually got released here earlier than it did in America. By like a week and a half. 2 weeks.
Suck it, America.
Well, no, not really suck it, America. It was interesting that, like, 4 films like this... that comes out here first. And I don't know really why. There's no really good use for it other than they use us and Britain, because it came out in Britain the same day, to see how much money they're going to get.
Yeah, Australia, I think, is used as a test market.
Because we're so small.
Yeah, we're very small. We're demographically very similar to the US.
But on a much, much tinier scale.
Yeah, so you can basically blanket the entire country in your film for the cost of doing like 2 or 3 US states.
Yeah.
And then get a picture of how well it's going to do.
We've only got like 4 cities.
States. 2 really. We've got Melbourne, and kind of Adelaide.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh no, Brisbane, I guess, is arguably a city. Sydney certainly isn't. I'm not convinced it's even real.
Okay, yeah.
And if it is, it's probably awful.
Okay, there goes the rest of our listenership.
Perth, I don't think has ever actually had a person in it.
Scott lived in Perth.
It's got a lot of ice users, but not many people.
Oh. Okay. Well, now everyone in Perth and Frankston doesn't like us.
And all the ice users.
Yeah, that's why I said Frankston.
Oops.
Yeah.
Anyway, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Which has been, I believe, 2 years after the first Avengers film.
3.
Which I thoroughly enjoyed, the first Avengers film.
Yep. I very much did too.
The only criticism I had for it at the time was I think that last action scene was a little on the long side.
Yeah.
And then I saw it again, and I retract that criticism. I think it's exactly as long.
Though it probably did a lot of heavy editing to get it down to that. I mean, it was probably quite a bit longer. I'm not sure. I haven't watched any of the extras.
There's probably some completely unwatchable extended cut that is like, 90 more minutes of snake robots smashing into buildings.
Yeah, I don't know why your executive at Marvel is Sean Connery. 50 no's and a yes is still a yes.
Oh, Sean Connery's not a good person.
No.
He's kind of the worst.
No, I've killed before.
No. And I'll do it again, Batman. Alright, so I will just preface this discussion.
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I would watch that film, by the way.
What? Where you just
No. Where Sean Connery played Bane.
Yeah, you digitally remove Tom Hardy and just put Sean Connery in there.
I love Tom Hardy, but I would love to see a film.
You don't even put him in a Bane costume. It's just like him in like a smoking.
No. His face on Tom Hardy's body.
No, it's funnier if it's just him in a smoking jacket or something. Like, obviously, it's like
No, Tom Hardy's body with a smoking jacket over it.
So I will preface this conversation by saying there will be spoilers ahead.
But it's been almost a month since the film came out.
Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter how long. So we're just gonna say.
Spoiler warning. Please put up. Editor Chris.
I'm way ahead of you.
Could you put up like alarm klaxons?
No, okay, no. The spoiler warning will sound like a cow.
Really?
Like an ill cow.
An ill cow.
Yep.
Like that one from that really, really old email from 1996 about Mad Cow. It was like, this is the sound of a normal cow. Moo. And this is the sound of a mad cow. Moo. Moo. Moo.
Yes.
Yeah. Viral emails in 1996 were nowhere near.
We didn't even have the word viral yet.
No, that's true.
In fact, you just had like that one guy who sent everything he ever saw to everyone.
And you just forwarded it.
Well, usually you just deleted it because it was shit.
Yeah. This was funny.
Gosh darn it, Uncle.
Well, no, my dad had one guy who found all the funny shit, all 6 of the funny websites on the internet in 96.
Remember Stick Death?
Oh my god.
Okay, we're not here to talk about Stick Death.
No, although people who are the same age as us, that was basically all of our year 9.
Year 9? I was watching Stick Death in like 1997.
Oh, so I'm thinking.
You're thinking of SFDT, Stick Figure Death Theatre. That was the later, honestly superior site, because that was like Newgrounds, but only for movies about stick figures.
Yes.
Whereas Stick Death was one guy, and a lot of it was astoundingly racist.
Yeah.
And some of it was like poop jokes, which don't really benefit from being done with stick figures, but a lot of it was hilariously violent and great.
Right.
That was before Shockwave was Shockwave Flash. There was just Shockwave.
Shockwave Player.
Remember Real Media Player? Remember Real Jukebox?
Oh my god.
Hey Sean, do you want to listen to your CDs, but in like teeny tiny compressed format?
No, we want to talk about Avengers Age of Ultron.
Okay, so Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yep.
Spoilers to follow.
Yes. No. You need to find that soundbite specifically.
No,
You just get me to record it later on. Moo.
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 Smug moo. Moo.
Moo. I'm better than you, Moo.
How did my life become this?
Avengers Age of Ultron.
Of Ultron's Age of Avenger.
Yep.
Was the heartwarming story of a little wooden boy who wanted to be real.
Yep.
And in the end, he killed a whale.
Yep. Wait, what? I don't remember that scene. I've seen it twice.
The scene where Pinocchio kills a whale?
Oh, no, I thought we were talking about Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah, we are. He kills a whale.
No, he doesn't.
He does. He eviscerates it.
While talking about happenstance and things like that.
Yeah.
With the benefit of hindsight.
Smack. All right. Do it over. Attempt number 4.
Yep.
Sean, what did you think of Avengers Age of Ultron?
I thought it was amazing. 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10?
Yeah.
Now, do you work on a scale where you automatically award a movie 10 and then you subtract points for every wrong thing you see or hear?
No.
No? So how does your system work? Do you just accrue points over its runtime?
No.
Okay.
I think about the film as a whole at the end of it.
And then you make up a number.
And then I go with a number that feels right, which in this case was 8.5.
Okay. Having had that discussion, do you want to change your number? Or
no, 8.5. That's where I want to stick.
Okay, cool. I don't assign numbers to films because I believe that numbers are arbitrary and can't really express the richness of most art.
You guys can't see it, but I'm making the wanker gesture.
Yes, he totally is.
Big sloppy wanker.
I really liked Avengers Age of Ultron.
Pardon me.
I was expecting very little from it. I deliberately avoided all of the trailers.
I'd only seen maybe 2.
Yeah.
And it was the one that came out last year, which was at the start of a different film. I think it was at the start of Captain America, actually.
I'm talking bullshit. I have seen the trailers.
Yeah.
I saw the one where it plays There Are No Strings on Me from Pinocchio and James Spader is in it.
Yeah.
That was a great trailer.
Yeah.
And I saw the one where Black Widow picks up Cap's shield.
Yeah, we saw a teaser at the start of Captain America last year, I think, and then there was a couple of ads that were just around.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was...
I voted most of it. I didn't have high expectations of the film, which I think... There's been quite a bit of backlash to this movie. I just want to say, we've wasted 8 minutes talking about crap that is not...
Just keep going.
There's been quite a bit of backlash at this film. Part of it is because apparently Joss Whedon ruined Black Widow, and all the internet feminists are mad.
What? No, I thought that was Jeremy Renner when he called Black Widow a slut.
No. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Joss Whedon specifically has been decried and shouted at. I actually don't know because I didn't read.
Was it the... and once again, spoilers.
I'm going to assume it's because she was sterilized by her secret Russian space trainer things, and I think that's equivalent to having the character raped, which diminishes her.
Well, okay.
I'm not sure that train of logic necessarily follows.
What? I
might be. I don't know.
Look, it's at points like that I was like, I don't know because I'm not a girl, so I don't know what it feels like to have a womb.
I don't know what it feels like to have your ovaries removed.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I have no reference for that.
But anyway,
so can you stop playing with that?
I actually can't.
He's got a handbag. That's right, a handbag Nerf gun.
Okay, yeah. So we went to Big W earlier, and I found these things. There's this Nerf is doing a line of Nerf guns for girls, which is they're basically Nerf guns, but they're purple and they're mostly crap.
Yeah.
But this one is really cool. It looks like a plastic handbag, and then you press a button and it unfolds into a gun.
Yeah, with a huge like
shoulder stock, and the gun actually looks really cool. It looks like
little snub nose thing.
Yeah,
little snub nose, sort of oozy sort of look.
It's got a little pump action charging handle on it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the noise it makes.
Yeah, it's a very satisfying looking gun. Also, until you turn it into a
handbag,
a clutch. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's pink, which is kind of great.
Oh, you got two. You got that one and a purple one.
Yeah, the purple one has a slightly busted stock though. Do you want to scrap all this and start again?
No, we're going to keep going.
Really badly.
No.
Alright, so anyway, everyone got mad at Joss Whedon for...
I did not know about that.
No, okay, I only saw it because of some other thing.
I knew about the Jeremy Renner thing.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that was all just in jest because he and all the other people who work on that film have a really great relationship with each other, and he was just joking around.
Yeah, also,
and everyone's taken it completely out of context.
It wasn't calling Scarlett Johansson a slut.
He was calling the character a slut.
And I don't care. It doesn't matter.
It was a joke.
So, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yes, Avengers Age of Ultron. James Spader was the most amazing choice for that film, and I was reading something on Imgur a couple of days ago about during the filming.
Imgur, that reputable news source.
Well, no, it was about the filming, and apparently he came on for his first day on set, and everyone applauded after he did his first take because it sounded perfect.
James Spader was amazingly well cast. He did a fantastic job as Ultron.
Apparently, Joss Whedon always wanted James Spader to do Ultron.
I've never... Because, Andy Serkis wins the Lifetime Achievement Award for Best Andy Serkis.
Yes.
For doing all the mocap people. I've never seen anyone else's performance done in such a way that you can see the actor behind it.
Yeah.
Because Ultron has many of James Spader's mannerisms that you'll recognise from everything James Spader's ever been in.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Blacklist or Boston Legal. There's the sarcastic head tilt. There is the pacing. There is the everything. Like he's the most James Spader. The murder. He's the most James Spader murder bot you've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
He is brilliant.
And so that was great. Having
a really good villain definitely helps.
Oh yeah, and look, props to Tom Hiddleboner and Loki. But Loki wasn't that great of a villain. And Thanos we haven't really seen much of, and he's just been around, although that bit at the end was pretty awesome. I
enjoy Loki as a villain. I like him best in Thor 1, where his motives are really sympathetic.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just becomes more of a... And Thor 2, actually, now I think about it, but he's not really the villain there. In Avengers, he's just kind of being the pawn. There we go.
Yeah, he's a pawn.
Yeah, he's
actually more of a knight.
He's more of a knight.
Yeah.
He's being the knight of the fancy sideways movement of a higher power, not really pursuing his own agenda, which is always less interesting in a villain. Like Doctor Doom does not rise up and go, bring all of your gold as tribute so I can give it to Bill Gates. Yeah. Like he wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Especially since Bill Gates is apparently a really nice guy.
He's super rich.
Super rich. But another great thing about Avengers Age of Ultron was the fact that you got to see, spoiler alert, the Vision.
We already did a spoiler alert at the start. You don't need to
I'm going to say it every time.
Every time. I'm actually going to replace every time you say spoiler alert with a sarcastic moo.
No.
No. Vision's in it, which is the most comic book thing that they've had in not Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Up to this point, Vision looks really silly. He's a big red and green robot dude with a cape.
Yep.
And
a glowing gem on his forehead.
And a glowing gem on his forehead.
Yeah.
And most comic book films have been characterized by a kind of embarrassment about the source material.
Yep.
Up to this point, like
I assume not Deadpool though when it comes to.
They give Daredevil like a less silly costume, and the Fantastic Four film that is going to come out looks like an utter train wreck of everything must be dark blue and or grey, and
I'll still go and see.
No one should have any fun. And even the Avengers, like Captain America, wears a toned down version of.
Although
his
at
ordinary...
the start of the first one, he wears the dumb.
Yeah, I know that, but in the Avengers specifically, he has a toned down version of his classic suit. Thor does not have the giant comical buttons on his outfit.
Well, he does, kind of. There's those big things.
Does he?
Yeah, no, he's got.
Oh yeah, you're right.
The thing that they don't have is the silly helmet with wings.
That's right. He doesn't have a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Iron Man looks like Iron Man, I guess. But he's more red than yellow. There is way more yellow.
He looks like the first Iron Man, who looked like a man wearing a series of buckets.
The internet is like a series of buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iron Man...
Seriously, guys, look up the first version of Iron Man. He looks really dumb.
Iron Man tones down and almost completely removes
the yellow. Like if an Iron Lung could walk.
If Iron Lung could walk around fighting evil, that is what Iron Man would look like.
Yeah, that is exactly how the first Iron Man looked.
Yeah. I know, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
In Hulk Grey.
Oh, yeah. Great comic, by the way.
Hulk Grey's really good. So the plot of the movie, if you haven't seen it, you probably have, is basically Tony Stark tries to build a robot to save the world because he's...
an AI program specifically.
Yeah, an AI program. Tries to build an AI to save the world.
Yep.
Because he was very badly affected by the events of the first Avengers film, specifically in the way they nearly failed to save the world, and New York nearly got nuked.
And how he specifically almost died during that.
Yeah, actually, in kind of a weirdly noble moment for Mr. Stark, I think the almost getting everyone else killed affected him more than the him almost dying bit.
Yeah.
Although Iron Man 3 was pretty much all about the him almost dying bit. Yes. So I guess we had the selfish film, and this is the version after he's gotten over that.
Yeah.
And he's having that. So he set out with the best of intentions to make a machine that would be able to basically be the Avengers everywhere at all times.
Yeah.
Totally failing to learn from the lessons of the Winter Soldier, where S.H.I.E.L.D. tried to build a machine to be the Avengers all the time, everywhere. Well, whatever, no, but... Wait.
What?
S.H.I.E.L.D. was... the parts of S.H.I.E.L.D. that were not subverted by Hydra thought that they were doing that for benevolent reasons.
Yeah, but they were being manipulated by Hydra.
Yes, which if let me get to the end of my previous sentence...
Yeah.
They tried to build a thing that would be the Avengers all times, all the places.
Right.
That went really wrong.
Yeah.
Because that thing can be perverted and misaimed.
I think it was more aimed at humans, though, rather than the Avengers. Because the Avengers are brought in when humans can't deal with the problem. Like, the idea behind Ultron is that if aliens attacked, Ultron would be stopping them, not the Avengers.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, you're right.
Not necessarily human problems, or problems on a human level.
You're right. Ultron was meant to be aimed at... was meant to be an outwardly aimed defense system of galactic threats, like Loki and the Chitauri from the first film.
Yeah.
And then it all went wrong because he fucked it up, and malevolent robot James Spader tried to kill everybody.
Yep.
And then the plot basically proceeds from there.
Yeah, pretty much. That's good.
It was good. Specifically, one of the things I really liked about it is... Sorry, terrible something in my throat. The specific thing I really liked is how much screen time they devoted to the Avengers saving people.
Yep.
As opposed to that not happening. Like in several other recent superhero films.
Man of Steel.
Like Man of Steel.
Yep.
Where he just knocks down buildings and everyone dies.
Yep.
And in
except that one bit where he kills Zod.
Yeah, that mattered. So it's like there's a bit where Iron Man is fighting Hulk in the Hulkbuster armor.
Yep.
which was actually really cool and really clever.
Oh, yeah.
Because he built this suit of armor that has like an accompanying flying armory. Veronica, that zips around above him, and the assumption is that if you're fighting the Hulk, your gear is going to get broken.
Yep.
And so he just has a system where it has like 18 redundant copies of the Hulkbuster suit in there, and every time a bit breaks, it shoots down a replacement to him.
Give me a hand.
Yes. That's really cool. But during that fight, he and the Hulk are basically total in an office block. And they devote like 2 minutes to him stopping an elevator full of people from dying by getting them out.
And he hits Hulk with the elevator.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
It's like, oh, it's a movie about superheroes where they do super heroic things and save people.
Yep.
And it's good.
Yeah. There's lots of that.
There's lots of that. It's rad.
Yeah, it's because I think it's because not only Joss Whedon, it's also the writers and creative people over at Marvel realize that at the end of the day, these are all superheroes and they're there to do hero stuff, which is save things, i.e. people. Whereas I think the guys over at DC think that they're not necessarily heroes, that they're like global disaster preventing creatures.
Yeah, or just like jerks.
Yeah.
Like the Batman v Superman trailer.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh man, that trailer is the work of a studio that has gone badly off the rails.
Like, I don't understand. Like,
do bleed.
You will.
You will.
It's like, well, of course he bleeds. He's still. We saw him bleed in the last film.
Yeah.
Everyone in the world knows that Superman can bleed.
Nice surveillance satellites there, Bruce.
Yeah.
Hey guys, did you know that Batman is Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, I did.
Have you ever noticed you ever see him in the same place?
Look, I'm kind of just waiting for them to get past this so I can get to the DC films I actually want to see, which are the different ones like Aquaman and Captain Marvel. Because I love Captain Marvel.
I like how you threw an Aquaman there, as if to say there are many overlooked secondary characters, like for instance Aquaman, and also Captain Marvel, who is the greatest thing ever and whom I adore.
I love Captain Marvel, but I want to see Jason Momoa as Aquaman because I think that guy is super ripped and an awesome actor.
Jason Momoa was pretty cool. I liked him in Stargate Atlantis back in the day.
Never seen it, but I saw him in Game of Thrones, and I've seen him in a bunch of other stuff as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to DC getting past their obsession with Batman and Superman, which they can do next year, and they can get to other things. Which I also saw the first look at Supergirl, which
I experienced a roller coaster of emotions during that.
I actually really liked that.
It was like, this is so dumb. Oh no, maybe I'm actually doing the roller coaster mime in the wrong direction. So oh, this is so dumb. Oh, actually, this looks like it has some redeeming features. Oh, it's dumb again. Oh, maybe.
Well, that's the thing I've noticed about the DC shows so far. So
DC's TV showing so far is way better than the movie efforts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't watched a lot of The Flash. I watched about half of the first season. Sorry, not The Flash. The Arrow.
The Arrow.
Arrow. Arrow. I've watched all of The Flash so far.
Yeah.
The Flash I'm liking. It is cheesy as fuck, but I love it. It's so covered in cheese. Like 4 cheese pizza right now. But Arrow, apparently I watched up to the point where it got good and I stopped watching the episode before it got good.
Yeah, the start of Arrow is pretty rocky.
Yeah, it's like they can't figure out exactly how they want him to be, and they realise, it's just Batman with arrows.
Yeah. It was always Batman with arrows.
Yeah, but they didn't seem to really figure that out.
He's like murder happy Batman in the first season, and season 2 is like, I'm done with murder now. I'm Batman. And then he just goes arrows. And he's just Batman.
So seeing that and then seeing Supergirl, like I looked at that and I was just like, wow, that looks like really, like, once again, I can't talk about this properly because, well, I don't think I can talk about it properly because I don't have enough of a reference because I was never a teenage girl. But I think that show's going to be really, from what I saw in that 6-minute trailer, going to be really empowering for teenage girls. But it also looks like a cool show. The CG looks a little bit naff. But
I like her outfit. It's tasteful.
Yeah, well, they didn't go for the booby sweater.
Supergirl has had some really dumb outfits over the years.
Yeah.
Virtually, I mean, most superheroes have, but I think she's fared a little worse than most, except possibly Power Girl. Have you know the story about Power Girl's boobs?
Well, the booby window?
Oh, yeah, no, she's always had the cleavage window.
Right.
But there was basically this artist who decided he was going to see how big he could draw Power Girl's boobs before someone told him to stop.
Yeah.
And
it was pretty big.
It was pretty, yes. Yes,
pretty big as the answer.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
And no one ever really stopped drawing her like that afterwards. I think her Earth 2 version might have been scaled back to a slightly sensible size.
Well, less back-breaking size. Of course. Wait, hang on. No, I'm not going to discuss whether or not someone who is a super-powered person would actually be affected by their own boobs.
Weren't we talking about Avengers at one point?
We were. We were talking about Avengers and how it affected our view of all of the
Every topic today has spiraled down into a discussion of fictional breasts.
Not every discussion.
Diablo did.
Yep.
This did.
No, actually, that started out as a fictional discussion.
Oh, I see. It grew.
Yeah.
Not unlike Power Girl.
No, with Avengers, it's all about, we really enjoyed the film, and we don't want to give too much away, and basically everything that you should take away from that small part of this section is that you should go and see Avengers, especially if you enjoyed all the other Marvel films, or didn't. You should just go and see it because it's a good film. But it's more than that. It's about our hope and our wish that
Our wope.
That the things that we loved as children, the young adults, and even now, are becoming more and more popular in the mainstream, and they've gotten all these films, and they've gotten big budget films.
Well, I mean, that's already happened. Superheroes are mainstream now. You can't have a $300 million film made about something and have it be niche.
That's true,
anymore.
but they've become more and more mainstream throughout our lives. And to the point where there's going to be like everyone cares about.
Marvel's 15-year plan of films is the most insane thing I've ever seen.
And so I'm so hopeful for it.
They're going to make a Doctor Strange film. They're going to make a Black Panther film.
Yeah. So it's well, I don't know about you personally, but for me, I'd like to think
they're going to make a Power Fist and Iron Kick. What are those guys called? I can't remember.
Iron Fist, the immortal weapon.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
And Luke Cage, Power Fist.
Is he Power Fist or Power Man?
Power Man. Power Man? Power Fist? Power Man. No, he gets his own show. But another cool thing about that is AKA Jessica Jones. We're getting another female lead, which is cool.
Is that a Marvel joint or a DC effort?
No, that's a Marvel.
Oh, that's the one that's going to tie into the
Daredevil.
Daredevil Marvel character? Yes, he is.
Yes. So they had the Daredevil Netflix show at the start of the year, or a month or so ago. And then they got AKA Jessica Jones, which is, I think her name is Pulse or Impulse or something like that. But she's a lesser known superhero. Mm-hmm. But she's part of the Defenders, which another two people are Luke Cage and Iron Fist. And Iron Fist is one of my favourite Marvel characters. And that's all happening. So the fact that they're building this universe outside of comic books in film and TV excites me so much. And I get to show people that I know who would never have read comic books all the things I like about comic books. That's what I love about this. And the fact that DC keeps screwing it up over and over in the films, but does okay in the TV, is kind of okay. But I don't know why Marvel decided to suddenly do this. Well, it wasn't sudden, I guess, from their end, probably.
It's actually kind of interesting, the whole thing, because Marvel and DC switched tones at some point in the last decade or so, because Marvel was always the more real one, where you know, real people, real problems, blah blah blah, and DC was all like no, it was like high-flying, you know, coloured people with tights and stuff, and justice. But now DC is like the everything is Batman, also dismemberments studio.
Yep.
And Marvel is like Marvel made Guardians of the Galaxy, the fun space adventure film.
Yeah. And they fucked up Harley Quinn again.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a Suicide Squad outfit. That's
like, someone was trying to placate me by saying...
the entire Suicide Squad lineup looks like complete shit to me.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Someone was trying to placate me by saying that, like, I bet at the end of the Suicide Squad she wears a proper costume. I was like, no, that's not good enough. She needs to wear a proper costume all the time.
Women need to dress how I say they should dress. And they need to do it from the start. Oh no, Sean Connery's back. How did you get in here?
I was always here. There can only be one. I think we should end it there.
When is Clancy Brown going to be in a...
In a what?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't have a noun for the end of that sentence. Superhero film. When is Clancy Brown going to show up in one
Well,
of
he's in The Flash.
Clancy Brown is in The Flash.
Yeah, he plays like not a villain exactly, but a protagonist.
Oh my god.
Sorry, an antagonist.
I haven't seen enough of The Flash to see Clancy Brown.
Yeah, he shows up about episode 8 or 9, maybe a little bit later.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's in a couple episodes.
All right, I'm totally going to watch The Flash and enjoy Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe that has been Comedy Bronze for this week.
Yeah.
Join us next time when Sean eats an entire car.
Oh. Yeah, it's a Nissan. Moo, 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 moo.